Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Constructive discharge claim. What is a constructive discharge claim? A constructive discharge claim is a lawsuit filed by an employee who has quit a job because the conditions under which they were working had become intolerable, primarily on purpose, with the goal of forcing the employees to leave. Constructive discharge claims are said to begin accruing on the date of the least adverse action of the employer. Key takeaways. A constructive discharge claim is a lawsuit filed by an employee who has left their job because the working conditions had become intolerable. Working conditions by an employee are sometimes made intolerable on purpose with the objective of forcing the employees to resign. A constructive discharge claim must show that the employer actions were done to indirectly punish the employee when it could not directly punish the employee. Typically, employee must file a constructive discharge claim from the time the inappropriate action occurs, but can also be after they quit. Understanding a constructive discharge claim. In order for constructive discharge claim to be considered, the claim must demonstrate that the employer action allowed it to indirectly punish, such as through or reduction, the employee when it could not directly punish, as by verbally accosting the employee until they quit. During the course of a claims investigation, the focus is on the conduct of the employer more so than it is on the conduct of the employee. Because the employee might not be able to solve problems surrounding and claim after an extended time period. Constructive discharge claim must be filed within a short time period after an employer action occurs. The time period typically begins on the date that the employer is said to have acted improperly. Third, in some cases, the employee may have until the date of quitting before the time period begins. The employee may be required to try to resolve the issue before a claim is made. As an example, consider if an employee indicates that they have been passed over for promotion for a reason other than performance, such as gender or race. The employee manager, after hearing of the employee's complaint, placed the employees on leave because of non-performance, despite the employee recently receiving a positive performance review. The employee may file a constructive discharge claim indicating the conditions at office deteriorated by their pass over the promotion, and that the employer indeed retired. In this case, the employer may be determined to have acted improperly. Constructive discharge scenarios. The following are some scenarios that could qualify as leading to a constructive discharge. Employee was the victim of sexual harassment as supervisor or boss. Employee was the victim of sexual harassment by a coworker and complained to management, but management failed to address the problem, which then continued. Can you sue for constructive discharge? Yes, an individual is allowed to sue constructive discharge even if they resign rather than being laid off or fired. An employee would have to show and the employer purposefully created to intolerable conditions that led to the employee resigning.